Hey, Disney World geeks, Curtis Stone here, and welcome to episode 452 of the Geekin' on Walt Disney World podcast. I've got more questions from our listeners and answers from the Traveling Tiaras. This week, we talk about another tip when bringing those teenagers down to Disney World. Saving some money with summer discounts, transportation to and from the airport, what to do at Port Orleans on just resort day, pros and cons, flying versus driving, and Auntie Judy talks about the Magic Band Plus coming to Disney World. Now, most of our listeners ask their questions through our private Facebook group, and we'd love for you to join the Geekin' family. It's a great way to get involved with the Geekin' family. We've got an amazing private discussion group in Facebook. Search for Geekin' on WDW Family. You can ask your questions in our Facebook group or email us questions, kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com, and book your Disney World, Disney Cruises, Universal Studios, Disneyland trips with the Traveling Tiaras. Just email them at travelingtiaras@gmail.com. We would love to talk to you about your next Disney trip. You don't have to write those down right now. Just check the show notes and you'll see their email as well as mine if you'd like to reach out to us. And I post all that information on my website every week too. Now let's bring on Auntie Judy for the weekly segment, Talking with the Traveling Tiaras. Hi, Judy.
Hey, Curtis. How are you?
I'm doing great.
You suddenly got really soft in my ears.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
I'm sorry. That's
okay. Gentle on my ears.
I'm thinking about all these questions I got from geeks for us to answer. I got some good feedback about releasing a special Thursday episode featuring the Traveling Tiaras. So thanks for coming on.
I listened to it and I sort of sounded like a dork.
I didn't think so at all. I thought we had some good advice there. I'm actually going to follow up with a couple of those that we talked about.
Now you got really loud. Okay.
That's all right. I was thinking about those questions we had last week too. I got a couple of follow-ups, I think. But first of all, I wanted to talk about Travis Dietrich's campaign.
Yes! I just looked.
Yeah?
Travis Dietrich, who's going to ride It's a Small World After all day on May 14th. His goal right now is $3,000. And the Geeks, the Crushers, the Mickey Files, Brits Guide, those people have now donated $2,468.
That is just fantastic.
Amazing. And if you donate $25, you get his name on a shirt that he will wear the day of the challenge. And I think Karen Daves is going to join him. I think she might be wearing a shirt too, because there's so many names. If you donate $50, Karen is making a flatty, and Travis will carry your flatty on the ride.
Yeah, and you got to get those donations in by May 7th if you want to get in on that.
Yep, we got another week. But he's taking donations all the way through the 21st. So, and if you go to his link, it goes directly to Give Kids the World.
I put the link out on my website. So if you look under the Contribute tab, you'll see a picture of Travis and a bunch of us with flatties, actually, from a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
We were on A Small World all together with our masks. And there's a link there to where you can get in on this fundraiser. So great job, Travis.
I know. It's an awesome organization. And it's so fantastic that we can support it this way.
And they had me going crazy yesterday, Judy.
I know.
A bunch of these same people. There's about 25 to 30 of them, I think, down in Disney World. A little geek meet, remnants of G3. They all got on the same page and got down there. And they were...
and it was Dapper Day yesterday.
I know. They look so dapper. They were fantastic pictures. Alice in Wonderland.
Yes, I know. I don't know which one I like the best. I mean, they were all so amazing.
Yes. They had me all emotional. They were.
Oh.
Samantha was using FaceTime. They were in a boat in the Mexican pavilion. And then, you know who showed up? Just totally out of the blue?
Okay.
Rich and Heather Brainerd.
Oh, Wow, awesome. I haven't seen them in a while.
I know. So excited to see them. Of course, Heather's been a long time listener. She's been on the show many times.
I know.
Right from the very beginning. So I haven't heard
that's great.
much from her lately. So excited. I hope to get them all. What I really like to do is our Zoom call that we normally have on Wednesdays is really do an episode for the podcast.
Oh, that would be cool.
I hope everyone doesn't mind doing that. And know some of us that weren't there, we can ask them questions. I don't have to host the whole thing and just have a big old round table.
You know what? The pictures, there were 2 sets of pictures that I really loved. Was one, and it looked like it might have been a Capture Your Moment, because I know they had booked that, where they were all together and the girls were sitting in front with their dresses all spread out. But I noticed there were some people that were missing, so it was not the whole group. But then I think they were in the UK pavilion with the real Alice.
Yes.
That was so cool too.
I agree. Fantastic.
I love those. And just the costumes or their dapper outfits were just truly amazing. They were fantastic. I
know they had a great time. They got me all choked up when they called in and I was hanging out here in my studio and I should have stayed up. They did karaoke that night. But
did you see the videos today?
I saw a few, yes.
Oh my gosh. Tony Ann and Tori Ann and Tony. I mean, those two, they sang a song from Grease. Yama Yama Lama Lama that one.
I know.
It was hysterical. And Tori was like dancing.
She had the moves.
It was so great. I loved it.
So fantastic. All right. We're going to get into some of our other listeners who sent in some questions.
Okay.
You know, in the Facebook, I get a few questions out to people when they join our Facebook group. And a recent person who joined is Lori Rose.
Hi, Lori.
I asked a question. What's a topic about Disney World you'd love for us to cover in the podcast? She says, it's perfect the way it is. So I wanted to thank Lori for saying that. It doesn't give us a lot of...
Oh, that's nice, Lori. It's really nice.
Doesn't help us with a question, but thank you, Lori, for saying that. She does... One of her tough challenges, and made me think of a question we had last week. She says, keeping everyone happy with meals and rides for different ages and agendas, Judy.
Yeah.
How do you keep everyone happy?
Well, if your older kids are old enough, let them go off on their own for a while.
I think that was a popular thing I said.
Yeah. We did that last week.
And Laura Nothnagel, in this week's, I put a question out there, and Laura says, I was asking if they love having that Thursday release. She says, I loved it. We are doing a last hurrah trip this summer as our eldest is graduating from high school. The advice about teens got me thinking about letting them off the leash a little bit and planning something special for them. Awesome. Although I love that we all geek out and do it all together. I mean, except Tomorrowland exhaust inhalation way. What? What is that?
Oh, smelling the exhaust at Tomorrowland Speedway.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You know, the last time we took my kids down was in 2013, maybe something like that. And my boys are adults now, but they had their kids, and we tended to split up because you can't keep 12 people all together. So we tended to split up, and Ken and I would bounce between Ben's family and then Matt's family, and we do things together. And sometimes we did things alone, but we always got together for dinner.
Right.
And kind of recapped what we're doing. And then the kids always like to go back at night and swim in the pool at night. So that's kind of how we did different age groups. They went off on their own with their families, and then Ken and I would go off on our own because sometimes we needed a break from them. But we always went out, always had dinner together.
My best advice to Lori would be to communicate with everyone going on this trip.
Find out what's the one thing they really each want to do.
I agree. That is, don't forget to communicate with everybody. Try to get an idea of what's something special they would all like to accomplish. Have a must-do list for everyone. Just brainstorm all of that. And, again, you don't want to try to kill yourselves doing everything. You got to
can't do that.
Right. You got to have some balance there. But
yeah,
if you don't communicate with each other, you don't know what would make a special trip for them. And it might be an easy thing. But the one thing that came to me as I was listening back to our episode, Judy,
Okay.
It's something that we did when the kids got older. Now, we had a big advantage with our DVC and having 2 bedrooms, but you still could do it, I think, depending on your situation. But bring a friend if you have teenagers. We did that a lot with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoyed offering that opportunity to some of the friends of our kids. And we've always grown up with those same kids, and it was fun always bringing down those kids and seeing maybe they've never been to Disney World before too.
Yeah, we did that when my boys were younger. We camped at the campground. So we took a camper, but we brought a friend with us one year, and, we let the 3 boys go off on their own. It was great. They loved it.
I think, yes, that's fantastic. I remember you had the old videos.
Yes.
Of the camper riding down.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. That was so much fun.
Remember when we've come up there to your house, had a little bit something to eat and watch some of those old videos. Always fun to do that.
Yeah, good memories.
All right. The other thing I was thinking about, we had a question, I think it was Nancy Patterson, asking about ways to save money. And I was wondering, I was walking downstairs early in the morning. The Today Show was on. They had some kind of travel specialist talking about how August is a discounted month for travel. I don't know if she's talking about airfare or just in general, the hotels. And I was thinking about our conversation back. We were thinking the same thing, right, Judy? You don't have a lot of people.
Right. And you did ask me to look up some discounts. So I've got 3 right here.
Oh, perfect.
Right now, we're in the middle of the spring, early summer discount where you can save up to $500 on your room. And that runs from March 6th to July 7th. So if it's available, they, just because they offer the discount doesn't mean everybody that goes is going to get it. It's limited availability based on, what rooms are available. Then we got another one that starts on July 8th that runs to September 30th, and it's the Disney Plus, and you save up to 25% if you are a subscriber to Disney Plus TV. You can get this discount. And we had a lot of people that had already booked. And so Margita and I went through, we found everybody, we sent them emails. We said, if you've got Disney Plus, tell us, and we can apply this discount. Mm-hmm. So we did that. And then they have another one that's coming out. If you have a Disney Visa credit card, it runs from August 28th to September 19th. And again, you can get up to 25% off on certain rooms.
Fantastic.
So they are running discounts. And if you book with the Tiaras and we see discounts that come out, we will go right ahead. If you qualify, we will book that and we will change your price to the discount. And then we'll send you an email and tell you got the discount.
Fantastic. Thanks for looking those up. There you go, Nancy. Some summertime. We were talking about how hot it is in the summer, but
it's like walking on the sun.
We gave you those tips, how to stay cool. Take it easy. You can't go full stink in August, but you can get some good discounts when it's kind of off the peak.
Yeah.
I put something out there that I thought was kind of interesting. We get this question a lot. It's the transportation, specifically from and to the airport.
Yeah, we're currently not recommending any specific transportation because we've heard the good, the bad, and the ugly about all of them. You can do Uber, you can do Lyft, you can do the Mears bus, you can do Mears taxi, you can do the Sunshine Flyer. You just have to call the different companies and find out what their prices are. I know Sunshine Flyer is $17 each way. I have a client that just booked that to get them from the airport to their resort. Sometimes it's really good, and other times I've read that people are having issues with it. So I think they're still shaking it out.
Well, I want to get the feedback. We have a fantastic private Facebook group.
Yeah.
I just want to read off a couple of the answers. Andy Hoffman said he's had success with Uber and Lyft. Travis, they both used it last night and it was smooth. So that's good.
Okay.
Heidi Rose says she looked at the prices for Uber and Lyft while waiting for her bags at baggage claim, and she books whichever is cheaper. She can usually get it under $40. So there's a little bit of a price for Uber and Lyft. I know I did it for $30 going from Saratoga Springs back to the airport.
The advantage of Uber and Lyft is that you're the only person that's going to pick you, but your resort's going to take you right to the airport. If you get on the Mears bus or the Sunshine Flyer, they're going to stop at other resorts. So it will take you longer.
Another one that we've used, Deirdre and I used it during G3, Transportation by Mike. Wendy Fox is talking about that one.
Right.
And also Marissa Oliveri Martin. She says use Mike's in December. They had a really late flight arrival, but they were really great. You know what they do too is it's almost like a VIP, and it's one of those bigger vehicles like SUVs. And it was kind of not in the main place where the lift and the Uber drivers pick you up. It was like a little hallway behind. So it really felt VIP when Mike picked us up. And they have that little sign for your name. So they were very
And won't they, some of these car services, they'll also stop at the grocery store if you want.
Yeah.
So that you can pick up water and snacks and things that you wouldn't be carrying on the plane. So they will stop at Publix if you'd like, or Walmart.
Christy Houston says, we use Tiffany Town Car and love them. Totally recommend for anyone who needs a car seat or help with their bags. They meet us before luggage pickup and help us all the way since we pack like we are moving in. Wendy liked that response. Good. Tom Ellison says Sunshine Flyer was great with the kids. They did it on their opening day. They didn't have any issues, but saw folks that did. Hope they are doing better. Judging for them for an open day one experience would be harsh. For sure. It was a little rough getting started. Another one for Transportation by Mike from Kayleen Stuns. She says they were great. Amy Beckner says they used Lyft in February. It was $40 from the airport to Poly, 9:30 in the morning. Her return trip from Grand Flow to the airport, 6:30 p.m. was $60. Both prices are not including gratuity. Ooh,
interesting.
But she says, yeah, she's talking about Sunshine Flyer too, $17. So
yeah,
that's one to give it a try for that budget friendly transportation. One other one, Jen Batchelder says she used Tony Hines Transportation for years. He's never let her down. So there you go.
Good to hear.
Some options to get to and from the airport now that we don't have the magical or D-Press.
Express. Yeah.
So I put out another request for questions. Judy, now, Glenn Kessler wants to know what Margita's excited about getting onto, but we'll wait. We'll get Margita on here to answer that one. I'd like to know what's in her must-dos for this trip. But you know what I was thinking? Glenn made me think of something. I don't know that you've actually gone over with me the ADRs we got booked. Can you tell me where I'm eating on my trip coming up?
Yes, I can. Let's see. Off the top of my head, because I don't have my list in front of me, we have Cape May Cafe. We have, at the boardwalk, at the beach club. You know, the buffet.
Is that a dinner?
Yes, these are all dinners.
They don't have the crab legs back yet, do they?
Yeah, they do, but you got to pay extra for them.
Oh, okay.
So. We've got Boma, and we're meeting dinner, and we're meeting Amy and Lorelei and Michael Rhodes for dinner.
I love Boma. That's one of my favorites. That's a good one.
And buffet is back.
Yeah. We're
eating at Beaches and Cream, and we're eating with Tony Ann and Michael. They're going to meet us.
That's great.
We're doing Tokyo Dining.
Tokyo Dining. Okay.
Tokyo Dining, and we're going to be eating with Scott and Karen Daves.
Wow. We got some dining
partners
on this trip.
We're doing, for our anniversary on the 10th of June, we're doing Narcoossee's. We've also got Crystal Palace. We've got City Works and Poorhouse on the night that Ken and I are doing Cirque du Soleil. You're on that reservation.
I like
we're doing Grand Floridian Cafe for breakfast the day we change resorts. And and our last day we're doing Cinderella's Royal Table for breakfast. Oh, and the big one, we're doing the Rose and Crown dessert dinner fireworks package.
Yes.
How can I forget that one?
That's right. It's one of my favorites. I can't wait to do it again.
And then I just booked a week or so ago Sangria University. So we have that also.
That's right. Right after we got off recording last week, you went.
Yeah, so I got that.
Got that. That's confirmed.
So
fantastic.
Got some really good ones.
A lot of
You got some good ones.
that we've done before. The only different one is Narcoossee. I never really had a full dinner at City Works.
Yeah, Ken and I did. It was really good. So we enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. All right.
Oh, and
Yeah.
one other. We're doing Ohana.
Oh, we are. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
So
We are.
it's like some of our top favorites we're all doing.
Yeah, Margita hasn't been there in a couple of years, so we kind of went with what she really wanted, the ones she really wanted, and we tried to get those too. She definitely wanted Ohana's, Crystal Palace, so we kind of made those our priorities so that she could get the one she really wanted.
I know she told me straight up, you've been a couple of times. Well, and I haven't, so I get to do.
Yeah.
I don't get any. Usually I get at least one choice, but I was kind of shut out this time. That's
Well,
okay.
she just,
They're all
she
good.
they're all good, and she's getting some really good ones, which
Fantastic.
she really wants.
All right.
Yeah.
Johnny Jamerson, who I spoke with Thursday night talking about podcasting. He just started his own podcast.
Okay.
And he's talking about Disney World, but also Marvel and Star Wars he's getting into. We're going to have him on the show. Him and I are putting together a show to have him and talk about some Marvel, maybe some Star Wars. My son, Ben,
Okay.
I'm hoping to have on the show too. Johnny says, we are doing a split stay in August with our 6 kids. God bless you, Johnny.
Yeah.
First 2 nights, they're going to be at Port Orleans Riverside in adjoining Royal Princess rooms. You must have some girls.
Yep.
No park days for this part of the trip. Any tips for fun things to do, but
Yes.
still low key?
I got a bunch of things for Johnny.
I'm just going
to
to
do.
finish too. He says, we're thinking pool, beignets over at French Quarter, Surrey bikes, if they're back. I don't know if you know if they're back or not.
Oh, yep.
The mini golf, but would love any other suggestions from the Travel and Tierras. This is going to be their
All
first
right.
time at Port Orleans.
Yeah. Well, Johnny, here we go. The Surrey bikes are back. They are $25 per half hour. I don't know if it's per person or just if one person's riding a bike, it's per person. And you can get those and you can call 407-939-7529, the extra enchantment line. And they are actually available at Boardwalk, Old Key West, Port Orleans, Riverside, and French Quarter, and Saratoga. So there's quite a few options. And they have 2-person and 4-person bikes. So you can do that. Another thing that's really great to do out there at the French Quarter or at Riverside is you can go on a carriage ride. It's a 25-minute ride. It's $55. They recommend that you get an ADR and you can put 4 people in a carriage. So Ken and I did that. We really liked that. That was kind of fun.
Well, the grounds there are absolutely
beautiful.
Stunning with
And-
the water going
yeah.
alongside.
Yeah.
It's a nice walk, by the way, down to French Quarter. It's not difficult at all.
And we stayed at French Quarter, so he took our carriage into Riverside and we rode around Riverside and saw that resort. You can take the boat to Disney Springs from that resort.
Correct.
If you're there on a night when Yeehaw Bob is performing, you can all go there
Mhm.
and see Yeehaw Bob.
We recommend that.
Yep.
We had a good time there.
One of the neat things about those Port Orleans Riverside is that you can use the pool at both Riverside and French Quarter.
Right.
There are sister resorts because if you can't use the pool at other resorts, but those two have an agreement, you can use it at both pools, at both resorts. There's great food courts at both resorts, and at French Quarter you can get the beignets, which are now in the lobby. There's where the bar used to be, where the little band used to play. That's where the beignets are. They're not in the food court anymore. Port Orleans Riverside also has boat rides, which is a real nice restaurant.
Yes.
Yep. And as you said, mini golf is available. And the other thing to do, ride the Skyliner. Hop on the Skyliner and go and check out the different resorts on the Skyliner route. You don't need a park reservation to ride. And you can get off and you can go see the boardwalk and the beach club and the yacht club and wander through the resorts.
Well, they are doing a split stay at Pop Century, so that's when they do the Skyliner.
Right. They could do the Skyliner. I was getting to that part. That's where I had it written for Pop Century.
Yeah. No Skyliner yet over
No,
at Port Orleans.
Yeah, I just kind of jumped ahead of myself there.
I know what you're doing.
I know, but yeah, they could ride the Skyliner from Pop and check out the resorts. And there's definitely the pool at Pop Century also.
Absolutely.
The hippy dippy pool.
Well, even though we're there, it's so close to Art of Animation, but
they can go over there and
they've been there before.
Yeah.
This is a fantastic resort. I'm glad you're getting the chance to see those too. And I don't know if anyone would actually make the connection to go down to French Quarter and check out the beignets in the pool. And I would definitely do that. You know, remember when we were there, they did the beignet run on a Sunday.
I looked and I couldn't see whether that's back yet.
I don't think so. I've not heard of that being back.
Yeah.
You got to look out for that, Johnny. They do a fun run. You can walk it if you want to, but it's between the two resorts. And
then you get beignets at the end.
That's right. It's all for fun. The kids would even enjoy that. So definitely hang out and head on down to Disney Springs on the boat. That would be
definitely
something you could do. Take advantage of that. That's one of the great advantages of French Quarter and Port Orleans.
And if you wanted to see the monorail resorts, take the bus to the Magic Kingdom, but don't go into the Magic Kingdom and then hop on the monorail. And then you can check out the Contemporary, the Polynesian, and the Grand Floridian and ride the monorail and then get back on the bus and go back to your resort.
Fantastic.
So there, you can check out all those resorts.
Thanks, Johnny. And I got Nancy Patterson asked a question again this week. She says, I love hearing the Thursday bonus. It's giving me a little extra happy in my busy week with my little geek.
Well, Oliver is such a cute kid. We just love him.
Absolutely. You went up to meet Nancy up in Albany.
Yes, I did.
When we first met her.
Yep. At a Starbucks.
She says, I would love to hear you guys discuss flying versus driving to Disney World since Judy drives and you guys, meaning me and Mom, typically seem to fly. What are the pros and cons of each? What are your tips with avoiding the headaches that come with both and the effects that it has on your Disney World trip, if any? Judy, why do you drive?
Judy hates to fly.
It's as simple as that, Nancy.
Simple as that. When Ken and I were getting married and we were talking about where we were going to go on our honeymoon, I said, we go anywhere, but as long as I don't have to get on an airplane, we're all set. Now, I have flown. I'm not saying I've never flown because I have. But we're retired. We're not pressed for time. And we take it easy. And we go down through the mountains of Virginia. And we stay off of 95 until we absolutely have to get on it, which is about Florence. And so we just drive down. And then once we get there, we really never use the car. We just leave it in the parking lot. But we do have it. And so when we do split stays with you and Margita, it makes it really easy because we throw all the luggage in the car.
Yeah, there is that advantage of having a vehicle.
Yeah.
It's a convenience of having your vehicle. That's probably the biggest plus of driving down. Margie and I did it one time with the kids when they were little. This is when we caught the bug after we'd been a couple times. We had an annual pass. I know we had said, oh, boy, it was looking like we could get in another trip, but the affordability wise with 3 kids to fly, it was cheaper to drive. So we did that drive one time with the kids were little.
I think we really got in the habit of driving is because we had a Class C camper. So we would drive down with the kids in the camper and we'd stop at campgrounds on the way down. We'd stay at Fort Wilderness. You've got your refrigerator right there in your camper. So, the kids get hungry, you just open the refrigerator and you can feed them while you travel. It had its own bathroom in there. So, it was really convenient. And so that's kind of how we got in the habit of driving down.
I am really horrible on long drives. I have no patience. I am stir crazy, Nancy. So it's hard for me to do it. I did it for Lindsay because she needed her car during the college program. She had to have it down there. So I did the driving twice, at least one way. I think I flew home when I left her car down there. I'm not a big fan of driving. I think it's a little more dangerous. First of all, I've had some close calls on the way down driving those long hours and I get exhausted. It's tough for me. And when you only got the 2 of us flying, there's the obvious advantage. You get down there from Connecticut, you get there in 2.5 less than 3 hours. We're down there.
Yeah, yeah.
And we always get down there early in the morning before we're like in Magic Kingdom at noontime if we want to be.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And we ended up working out again this time because of the way the airlines were. It's been a little rough with the airlines lately, hasn't it, Judy?
It has been. It has been. Your flights have already been changed twice, so
Yeah, there's a lot of
I hope
scheduling
they
problems
stay.
and cancellations
Yeah.
and that kind of thing. We've had some folks I know, good friends of ours, that had to drive because the flights were canceled. So that's one of the disadvantages happening right now. It's kind of
well,
temporary hope.
Nancy Patterson had problems coming home from G3
That's
because
right.
their flights got canceled. Yeah, so that's one of the
But
downsides.
one of the good things is that you can have another full day in the parks, leave your luggage with the resort, and then just go have a fun day and take a late night flight and get
Mhm.
home in time. I don't mind getting home late, especially if I'm working from home the next day.
Yeah.
But that's so you get a little more extra time when you fly in the parks for us. So it's,
Well, like I said, it's, when you're dealing, you've got a schedule, you've got to get back to work. Ken and I have the luxury of being retired. So, we don't have a job that we have to get back for. We can take our time if we wanted to stop and sightsee, which we do sometimes. We might, stop along the way. So that's kind of part of the trip.
you don't really save that much money, especially with the gas
No.
prices right now.
No, you don't.
And
I know
You're
Ken's
staying
already
overnight.
Ken's already moaning about what it's going to cost us to get down there because the gas prices have gone up so much.
We've lucked out so far with the airfare has been, we got really good. Many times I think about $200 for, both ways
Yeah.
total per person. So that has been, with Southwest out of Connecticut has been really economical for us too. So that's our choice. And Margita was really upset. She was worried that we were going to have to, we'd love to go direct, basically. We hate to stop. And there was like a big delay, like 5 hours in between that one of those. So she likes to go direct.
I was talking to a friend today who was they were trying to fly up from Myrtle Beach, and they were going to send them from Myrtle Beach to Detroit, Michigan, to Atlanta, Georgia, to Bradley. They would have been on the plane all day, which makes absolutely no sense. Obviously, they didn't book that flight, but when we flew home one time, we went from Orlando to Miami, had to change planes in Miami, and then from Miami to Hartford, which didn't make any sense at all either.
All right. Thanks for the question, Nancy. Keep those questions, guys, coming. And
Yeah,
Judy,
love the answer.
did you have something else I think you
I
wanted to?
did. Now, I saw this. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but I did read a post that said the new Magic Band Plus became available today. And then I read posts that said, no, they put them out by mistake. They're not available for 2 weeks. So I'm not really sure if they're really available, but they sound kind of cool.
They're coming soon, one way or the other.
Either today or in 2 weeks. And it will work just like your regular Magic Band. And your old Magic Band will always work. They're not getting rid of those. It's going to cost $29.99. It's going to have color-changing lights. It's going to have hepatic vibrations. It's going to have gesture recognition, whatever that means. If you go in Galaxy's Edge, you'll be able to search for virtual boundaries. It will interact with the Fab 5 characters that are out for the 50th anniversary. It's compatible with Alexa Assistant, and I guess they're putting Alexa Assistant in some of the rooms at the park, so you could, I don't know if you could talk to that or something. I don't know. And right now they were available at World of Disney, and then suddenly they were gone. So I don't know if they sold out or if they pulled them off the shelves. Right now there's 3 colors, red, blue, and black. There's nothing fancy at this point. So it'll be kind of neat to see how that's going to shake out.
The Magic Band Plus.
Yeah, Magic Band Plus.
Okay, another
So
technology
something new coming. Yeah.
advantage of I've always loved the Magic
And
Band.
it'll just work so great with Disney's IT because they just have the best IT in the whole world.
Some things are rough, but all right. And I wanted to Also mentioned, I know Dana Anderson was talking about her iWatch. Judy, I know you're a big fan.
Apple Watch,
Apple Watch. The iWatch you can use to get into the park, right?
Yes, I used it the entire time in February. I never used a Magic Band.
Is there an app for it on your watch?
No, you put your tickets into the wallet app.
Oh, okay.
It's already on. So I have my pass in the wallet app, and when I got to the touch point, I just touched the watch, touched my finger, and I was in the park.
Well, that is great, because sometimes there'll be a cast member there that's got a little iPad there to do their little magic if you turn blue instead of green.
Right. No, this worked every time. It does not open your door. You'd have to do that with your phone.
Okay,
or
still.
a Magic Band. But yeah, it was great. It goes right in the wallet.
I used the iWallet for the first time. Here's a DVC tip, and Margita was in tune to this, but you have to have they don't have the card, the physical card anymore for DVC, and you have to put it in your iWallet. And speaking of IT, it was really difficult to get that set up for me, by the way.
Oh, speaking of that, I've been hearing a lot of chatter that those of you that have annual passes, you have to show them the pass in the app. When you have an annual pass, you go in My Disney Experience, your pass or your tickets show up in the app. So if you want to get your AP discount, I'm hearing that you have to show it on your phone in the app, because a lot of people were showing annual passes that had expired by just showing an old card. You
can put that in your iWallet too if you have the iPhone.
I have that in the wallet also.
All
so, right. But you can they want to see it right on your phone. So if you open up the app, it's right there. It's really easy to find. You just go to My Disney Experience, go to tickets, and there it is.
Great tips this week, Judy.
Yeah.
Thanks for answering our questions.
Oh, anytime.
I'm enjoying doing this. It worked out pretty good for my workflow. So I'd like to continue doing this. It makes it easier to get that out for me on a Sunday.
Sounds good.
Thanks for hopping on and answering the questions for everybody.
Finish cooking supper now.
Go have your dinner.
Yeah, I've got to cook it.
All right, we'll see you later.
All right, take care. Bye, geeks. Have a good week.
Thanks, Auntie Judy, for coming on and answering listener questions. And also thanks to all the listeners for sending in questions. Lori Rose, Laura Nothnagel, Johnny Jamerson, and Nancy Patterson. And definitely send us some more questions. Kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com. And a big shout out to Travis Dietrich, doing great with his Give Kids the World campaign. I see his website over on Give Kids the World is already up to $2,500, got a $3,000 goal, and he's going to ride It's a Small World for 12 hours. So go out to my website, look for the campaign link if you'd also like to contribute. You got till May 7th, and then we'll also put your name on the back of his t-shirt if you go over $25 in your pledge. If you go $50 over, you'll get a flat Stanley of yourself riding all day long on It's a Small World with Travis. Great job, Travis. I gotta remind you, we are independent Disney authorized travel agents with Fairy Tale Concierge. Fairy Tale Concierge is an authorized Platinum Disney travel agency, and we'd love to be your Disney travel guides and book your rooms, tickets, and dining reservations. You notice most of our guests that come on the podcast book their trips, or they transfer those trips that they book themselves over to the Travelin' Tiaras. So contact Mom and Auntie Judy, travelintiaras@gmail.com. And don't forget, just check the show notes on that podcast app that you listen to the show with, and you'll see their email as well as mine, and reach out to us. We'd love to be your travel guides and make that next trip to Disney World just as awesome as it possibly can be. And I got to thank my Patreon supporters who pledge a monthly donation to the show. They use patreon.com. Look for Geekin' on WDW there. And I've got a new episode of The Inner Circle. It's a bonus podcast I released just for Patreon subscribers. This week, Johnny Jamerson and I and David Patterson, that's Nancy's husband, and a good friend of mine, Joe Taylor from the Simple Joe podcast, we talk all about podcasting because Johnny is starting a brand new podcast. David's interested in getting one. Johnny's already got like 4 episodes of his show already out there and produced. So go check out his show. It's called the DMSW podcast, standing for Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars, covering all of those topics. He does a great job, and he's just getting started. So we talk all about podcasting on this Inner Circle. So if you're interested in that topic or just want to listen in on some of my thoughts about my show and podcasting, check out the Inner Circle. I think it's episode 113. Let us know if you're enjoying these listener question episodes with the Traveling Tiaras. And thanks for going geeking on Walt Disney World with us. We really appreciate you listening and geeking with us every single day. We love you, geeks. Have a magical day, and I hope all your dreams come true.